Every authoritarian chapter begins with an enemy. Not always a real one, sometimes a shadow, a rumor, or a threat whispered just loud enough to be heard by the right ears. Once it's named, it becomes the centerpiece of the story, the villain in every headline, the danger in every speech. The trick is simple: create fear, then promise to destroy it. And that promise becomes the leash that keeps a nation in line. History has no shortage of examples. In Nazi Germany, entire communities were marked for destruction, scapegoats painted as the root of every problem. In North Korea, the outside threat never goes away, it's a constant drumbeat of danger. In Stalin's Soviet Union, it was the spy lurking in every shadow, the saboteur in every factory. The faces and names change, but the tactic? It survives every regime. Even in modern America, the label shifts with the news cycle, but the formula stays the same. Once fear is planted, it grows fast. And when the roots are deep enough, anything can be justified: detention without trial, silencing of dissent, even the quiet erasure of rights once thought untouchable. These actions are dressed in the language of security and order, so that questioning them feels almost unpatriotic. Fear is not just an emotion, it's a tool. It can be sharpened with rumor, polished with repetition, and delivered in speeches that echo from every podium and broadcast. And once it's been used, it doesn't get thrown away. It gets stored, refined, and deployed again when the moment calls for it. The most dangerous part? People start to accept the cage as a fortress. They see the lock not as a shackle, but as protection. And over time, they forget it was ever a cage at all. Fear becomes policy, and policy becomes permanent. When the definition of enemy is written by the state, it can be rewritten at will. Today's ally can be tomorrow's traitor. A neighbor, a coworker, a stranger in the street, all it takes is one accusation, one headline, one moment where the tide turns against them. And the list of enemies rarely ends until it swallows the very people who wrote it. The warnings are written in the past, bold, clear, and easy to find. But we tell ourselves, it can't happen here. And that's how it does. Not with a sudden crash, but with the steady tightening of a leash we stopped noticing long ago, until all that's left are the hollow echoes of democracy.